You have a lot of passion, I feel, for committing yourself to doing this for a week or for a time, just putting all the power
I need somebody like Dan, because I have when I do focus, I have a really, really good focus, but I need somebody there to make me. That's my problem, because I'm very quick at going, and he has to be kind of, with that song, he was really annoying, and I was very angry with him the whole time, because he was like Mr. Military.
How did...
If I was falling asleep at 1 o'clock in the night, he would be like, Emiliana, write the lyric, and then I'd be like, no, I have to go to sleep. And then I'd be asleep, and then in the morning, I woke up with his face here at 8. Write the lyric, constantly.
Constant drilling for you.
Yeah, concentrating me. So, but in the end, there is such a relief when it's done. It's a big weight off your shoulders. But yeah, I couldn't write the song every day. I don't.
How much time do you need to finish one song with everything in it?
It depends. Sunny Road took us months to finish, because I didn't focus on the lyric at all.
Dan wasn't there to...
Because the first verse came and I was like, oh, that's great! And then Dan just knows now that if he lets me go without finishing it in that day, it's just almost not going to happen until I'm kind of tortured to do it. So we just sang Sunny Road with the first verse 3 times in the song. Lots of gigs, really happy. Yeah, so...
what was easiest for you?
Melody is the easiest for me, always is the easiest for me. But for this record, it was just a very, very challenging record. Something needed to happen. We did Animal Games, we were writing it, and it was very folky, and it just didn't light anything for me. And I loved the song, but something wasn't happening, you know. And I was in the beginning of the record, I was starting to panic, and I felt like I was just doing a record just because it was kind of time, you know. And in the end, Dan just said, look, you're not ready for a record, just drop it. And it was a really nice feeling, you know, because, you know, it's not a good place to be writing from this kind of panic place. And I had the baby and I just wanted to be home, and, you know, I was pushing myself too hard.
Because you wanted to bring this record earlier?
Yeah, just, you know, and I felt like, you know, I couldn't write, you know, there's identity as well. There's so much happens when you've had a baby, and you know, I didn't really know my own identity, and I had to fill into that again. And so lots of things happening, and it was really interesting to be writing a record at the time, but it didn't really happen until he said that. You know, he gave me almost a license to just drop it, and it felt really good. So that same day, he had ordered this instrument called the swarmatron. We were really, really excited about getting it to the studio. It was going to take months because it's all hand-built, and he was showing it to me on the internet, and it was going to be on the whole record. Already it was like, that's going to be on the whole record.
This was to create a specific sound for your that you like?
Yeah, not specifically for me, he was just getting it for himself, you know. And, but it was decided that that was going to be a very important instrument on the record because it's just amazing, you know. And at the same time we went on some other YouTube thing, and I saw this mega nerd playing the Oberheim 8 voice, and I don't know what happened, but something did. And something just clicked in my head, and I just went, this is what we're going to do. I have this thing where this was the time where I needed to go out dancing with my friends, you know. But I don't do that. I go and write songs with Dan, you know.